the Premier League doesn't face a problem, nor of a schedule, nor with the referees, and I just would like to remind that I did fight very hard with David Dean many years ago that the referees become professional, but their level unfortunately doesn't go up.
100% wrong, the decision.
Yes, in my opinion, but it's difficult to accept. You know, it's more than the decision that is involved in that, and it's not the first time that it happens. But it's best we don't talk about it. We know deeply what's going on, and we just have to deal with it.
Mike Dean spoke to you during the game after that incident. What did he say?
Not a lot.
Will you speak to him afterwards, or do you bother speaking to referees?
No, I will not speak to him, no.
VAR is coming in, the FA Cup, it's being introduced next week. Will that have made any difference today, had it been used?
I think so, it's time. I don't know why we want to be the best league in the world and wait for such a long time, and other leagues use it already.
Is the frustration also that it's a game you should have won?
Yes, but if we should have won and you make a mistake, you deal with it. But we have enough to stand up for. But overall, I believe that the schedule is not right. West Brom has 5 days to prepare a game like that. We have 3. Chelsea has 4 days to prepare the game on Wednesday. We have 3. And you can look at since the start of the season, the Premier League as well has to become serious a little bit and look at how the schedule is fair or not fair. On our side, it's completely unfair.
Jose Mourinho complained about the schedule. Isn't it the case that lots of managers are unhappy with the schedule?
Course, that's even a better reason to look at it. You know, since the start of the season, you have always to look when you play against a team, how long was their rest and how long was your rest before the preparation. After, if we play every day, I have no problem. If the team we play against has played the day before as well, I accept it completely. But the way they organize the schedule cannot be right. It's nothing to do with sport, with top-level sport.
You think that was a difference then today? You were maybe not as sharp as as West Brom were?
Of course, of course. When you have played when you have made top-level sport, you wouldn't even question that, you know.
Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
So your results over the last 24 hours or so: Bournemouth getting a 2-1 win against Everton. We saw Chelsea thump Stoke 5-0. Huddersfield and Burnley drew 0-0. Plenty of draws over the last couple of days or so. Liverpool came from behind to beat Leicester. Nothing at Newcastle as they drew with Brighton. Swansea coming from behind to beat Watford late on. No goals between United and Southampton. The same with Palace and City. And it's finished 1 apiece at the Hawthorns between West Brom and Arsenal. Let's get some reaction then at the Hawthorns. Jay Rodriguez had to stop himself there, didn't he? He started to say, I always go down the middle, and realised if he carried on with that sentence, every goalkeeper from now on will stand there.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a ruse though, and he will place it in the corner next time.
Ian, first goal of the game, Alexis Sanchez. We thought it might be his farewell. Was it his goal, or was it an own goal of James McLean?
I think it'll go down as an own goal. I think, but if you're as a striker, you want to claim it. But I think when you look at it again, it was going wide, and it was never going to go over the wall because it's too near. I think Coutinho scored one before early on, didn't it, under? So it's just gone through the wall. And if you're the manager there, Alex, you wouldn't be happy with that wall, would you?
No, the wall. I hate it when players turn the back from the wall. But I know that they don't want a sore face or to be hitting the body with the ball going 100 miles an hour or something, but it wasn't really even a hard shot. You've got to stay rigid there in that wall and stay up and take the hit for the team.
What would you have said to James McLean if he was your player?
I wouldn't be happy. James, why did you turn your back on it? And, okay, you probably not get a coherent answer, but I think you have to let the players know, guys, you've got to stay rigid in that wall.
Sometimes it's a natural instinct, isn't it, for people to do that, but when you're like in the wall, you go say, listen, take one for the team.
You're tensing your muscles, you're tensing your muscles, you can take it in your stomach. These guys are all gym fanatics, guys in the gym, they get the 6 packs, they should be able to handle that if it's them. For me in the body.
But then again, even underneath, if you went underneath the wall, they jumped up again, didn't they? It was simple.
Official verdict, by the way, it was given as an own goal off James Nicolin rather than Alexis Sanchez.
We thought it was, yeah.
It was interesting, though, that the celebration there, I think it was Hector Bellerin, was gesturing to the Arsenal players, come on, everyone, let's do this as a team. They must have been well aware of what was written in the papers.
We said that as well. We thought that was pretty significant, and they've obviously talked about that in the dressing room. Said anybody scores, and especially Alexis Sanchez, everybody has got to get round him. Whoever the goal scorer is, we do it as a team. And I think that's been spoken about in the dressing room, according to the pictures we've seen tonight.
Does that tell you they want him to stay?
Yeah, I'm sure he's a quality player. I think any team would want him to stay and all that. You know, with Arsenal to play, they know he's a great player. So we'll just have to wait and see.
What's your gut feeling?
I think he'll go.
Do you? This month or next month?
I think next month, because I think, as you say, you can play in the Champions League. I think Manchester City's main target is the Champions League, and they've got a couple of injuries, so it'll just be the asking price. And does he wait to the end of the season, go on the free? I think he just wants to play football.
It looked for all the world as if Arsene Wenger would end his record-breaking night with all 3 points. Was that really a penalty?
Yeah, well, he's very close. The defender's very close to Rodriguez when he hits it against him. Is it Rodriguez? No, it's Gibbs. And you're thinking, well, the way the guy has come, and he's in that position already with his hands out, and the ball is so close to him. But if you look at the Spanish games, every one of them are giving us penalties. They take the grey area out of it in Spain. Any time it hits somebody's hand, they give penalties, regardless of unnatural positions or natural positions. And I think
it was a bit close and all. I think he's naturally. I think where the referee was, it looks like if he's moved his elbow there, doesn't he?
Yeah,
that's what the
there is a
ref
wee
says.
move here.
There, yeah.
See it there, Sarah.
Yeah, and the referee gives it the thing to say.
So we think it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Mark Halsey, who you spent time with here at beIN Sports, our resident refereeing expert, has been in touch. What do you think he said?
Well, Mark gave a penalty against me at Aston Villa when Ashley Young dived in the box. So I'm not listening to Mark Halsey.
He said it wasn't.
Oh, it mustn't be then.
It was a penalty then. Sorry, Mark. You're wrong.
His explanation being that there was no movement of the arm. If you move the arm,
you seen him jerking his arm there. That for me is the giveaway. Yeah. Well, he's there, and then he gives it there. So,
even the referee said that.
And that's an instinctive
So
thing.
if that was against one of your teams, you'd be okay with that?
No. See, look at the little gestures towards the ball.
That's almost impossible not to, isn't it? It's just a natural human reaction.
Yeah, putting your hand to protect yourself, but you're not allowed to use your arm.
So we can surmise then, if you're the attacking team, you're happy with that. If you're the defending team, you're not happy with it.
Of course, Arsene's going crazy. You know, the Arsenal players have surrounded the referee at full time, which we might hear more about that as well. But it's a penalty, and you've got to get on with it. And the last 5 minutes were the best 5 minutes of the game.
Well, a surprising stat that I was just heard. Petr Cech has faced 13 penalties as the Arsenal goalkeeper hasn't saved any. And we can hear from the Arsenal goalkeeper now.
Hector, it's not often we see you get out. Thanks so much for your time.
Welcome.
He said disappointed. He sounded angry. Ooh. Can you understand that?
Yeah, of course. Because as we said as well, he was very close to the ball, but there was the little jerk of the arm. It wasn't as if he had his arms out and the ball just hit him. He actually moved his arm towards the ball, and could he have got his arms out of the way in that split second?
And see if you can.
Could he have got his arms out?
Yeah.
It's just the reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
His reaction is left elbow.
What you also see in a lot of the continentals more than us, Russia, and England and Scotland, UK rather, is you see a lot of defenders going out to a ball like that and putting their hands behind their back.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you, but I don't think he even has time to get his hands behind his back.
Yeah, well, he stopped. He's kind of stopped. Listen, it's up for debate. That's what football's all about. And
just on a slight side note, should he have been booked for this? He's just looking for an explanation from the referee. Mike Dean decides to give him the yellow.
It was handball. The referee should have his penalty. He goes handball. I'll be surprised if Czech seen that really, because in the position he was there, he must have didn't see it. But at the end of the day, the referee said it was penalty because he had.
Czech sees it in video, he might change his mind.
Yeah.
But, with
But a man of Mike Dean's experience, he knows what that means to a player. He knows that emotions are running high. Should he not just take a minute to say, look, this is what I saw.
Yeah.
I can't change the decision. I'll look at it in the tunnel, but I'm not going to give you a yellow card.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, I think he should manage that situation better. But it may have been making an example to all the players that surrounded him, and he has to maybe pick a victim.
It's difficult for a referee when all the players are around you, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. So and obviously frustrated because they've dropped 2 points and all that. But at the end of the day, it's getting a way around it. How do you do it?
As a Liverpool man, it's good 2 points for Arsenal to drop.
It's a great 2 points, really, at the end of the day, because you're still going for the top four, and Tottenham and Arsenal are still there. But at the end of the day, all Liverpool can do is win games. But I think Arsene Wenger will be frustrated because he dropped 2 points.
That said, did they do enough to win the game?
No. I think the draw was a fair result.
Yeah.
I think it was very disappointed in Arsenal. I thought they'd come and have a go and everything. West Brom, you knew what you were going to get. But I think at the end of the day, I think a draw was a fair result.
It's pedestrian. It was really pedestrian from Arsenal. You expect Arsenal to be nice and crisp with the passing. It was a wet pitch, and the ball would move faster on that. But we didn't see that until the end, until they lost the penalty. Then they upped the tempo, and all of a sudden it looked as if they might actually snatch a winner. But by that time it was end-to-end stuff.
Let's get some reaction from the Arsenal manager. Here's Arsene Wenger.
Having had the penalty for a long time, it's not my job.
No, I know that. Thank you very much, Arsene. Thank you.
Let's have a look at the incident Arsene Wenger was talking about there, the Danny Welbeck claim. Does that fall into the bracket
Can we
of
get
ceiling
another
given?
angle?
No.
It's very difficult for us to see that on TV, but the referee is closer, and
If you're not sure, you cannot give it.
Yeah.
I think again we've looked at. I'm not sure, so referee, you can't give it. No, I thought the West Brom penalty was a penalty, because he's actually moved his hand, but from that angle there, I could not make a decision.
Yeah.
Apparently Mike Dean couldn't see that one though. And let's get more from the Hawthorns and hear from Alan Pardew now.
Alan, and pressure to deal with going forward.
All the best. Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
What kind of platform does that give Alan Pardew and West Brom as they head into 2018? A good draw against Everton, a good point against Arsenal today?
Yeah. Well, I think, as he said, the mental side of things now is when you're at the bottom of the league, do the players crumble every time they lose a goal? And he's talking about them having a strong mentality to deal with that if that happens. And Alan Pardew's experience in the game should help those players to understand what he's talking about, what he's doing in the training ground. And let's face it, they do have a lot of experienced players in that team, and they should be able to handle any pressure that comes their way.
That point today means, potentially, if they can go and get a result against West Ham on Tuesday, they could be out of the bottom three.
Yeah, well, as we said earlier, nobody's relegated yet, nobody's won the championship yet. It's still only January tomorrow, and I believe that there's a lot of mileage to go before we see who's going to be out-and-out relegation contenders. I don't think you can call it at this moment. Look at Swansea getting a victory out of nothing yesterday, and that is the way this league goes. It's just when you think, they're going to get relegated, we say that too early always, and then you find that a new manager comes in, they change the Roy Hodgson scenario, for instance, and Palace are climbing, slowly but surely.